Today I am going to be unboxing a couple of goodies from Sony. The headliner here being the A7S3 and a couple of the accessories that you need to get with this camera. So one of them is the CF Express Type A card reader, as well as a memory card to be able to record in some of the highest modes. I didn't opt out for the most expensive card. So let's get to it. Again, we have here the star of the show, which is the Sony A7 III. Let's go ahead and get it open and see what's inside the box. I actually recently unboxed a Sony A7C. So if you guys have not seen that, please click at the link up top so you guys can see that video. And I actually have it here with me, so I'm going to be comparing it with the actual A7S III to see how they compare. So we got a receipt here, some cushioning for the box. Let's go ahead and pull this out and go ahead and show you guys. This is officially the box. It's a little bigger than the A7C box, so that's something to notice different right away. So let's get in here and see. Alright, so we have what looks like the charging cable with the USB-C to USB regular connector. We got some manuals, you know, most of us don't read this stuff. Not sure what this is for. I'll figure that out later. And then finally, let's get into the box here and pull out the actual A7S III. Let's see. Look at this. Oh my goodness, this thing is chunky. Wow, this is really chunky. So I'm gonna get to it, but my goodness. Yeah. Very chunky. One of the biggest features of this camera is the flip out screen, which is, you know, it took Sony a while to do that, but they finally did it. Let's see what else is in the box real quick. A charger. What do you know? So that's one thing I was disappointed with the Sony A7C. It did not come with a charger, but this one does, and they better be giving me a charger. This thing costs $3,500, and so yeah, you need to include a charger. This is great. Now I can actually charge both of my batteries for the A7C as well as the A7S. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get to this. Like I said already, it's very chunky. My goodness. So let me compare. Oh wow. Yeah, so this has a much smaller sort of grip area than the A7C. And just off the rip and off the top, I gotta tell you, this is better for your hand, but it feels so chunky. I've quickly gotten used to playing around with this camera, which feels really great because it's compact. And it was a little bigger, well, you know, a good amount bigger than my Canon M50, which I'm recording on right now. That was my first camera that I bought, which I still love, but I needed to shoot in 4K, and I wanted to have two cameras to do that. I'm blessed enough to be able to afford both these cameras. I'll be using the A7C as a B cam. But yeah, I like the way this sort of feels better. This is extremely chunky. The dials are bigger. So we have this dial right here, for example, versus this. Not only is it chunkier, it's taller. It has more height to it. So the record button is both in the same location for both. So I like that. The screen is a little bigger on the Sony A7S, and that is expected. Let's see, let me make sure of that. Actually, they might be the same screen, But for sure, this is a lot beefier and chunkier. And obviously we have the EVF here, which the A7C has on the side here, this little miniature thing that we see right here. And so yeah, this is very interesting. I gotta say, just from feeling this right out the box and getting to play with the A7C first, I kind of prefer the A7C, how it feels in my hand. And maybe I just have to get used to this. Remember, I'm going from this Canon M50, which is a tiny mirrorless camera, to, you know, an A7C, which was a step up in terms of the width and, you know, how it feels in your hand. And then a couple weeks later, just jumping into a A7S3. Yeah, I'm a noob to this camera system. I've had this camera for, I want to say, like 3 weeks since I unboxed this. And so yeah, I'm getting to know Sony. The menu systems are going to be drastically different. So that is something that I'm going to have to deal with since I'm going to be using the A7C as a backup. Let's go ahead and quickly, I completely forgot that I have other accessories to quickly unbox. So the CF Express Type A card reader, this is something that I felt was worth getting. I had bought a card reader from Apple and ended up returning it because, you know, while this is like double the price, it also reads all types of different cards. It reads the traditional USH1 cards as well as 2, and then it reads Type A cards as well. So let's go ahead and get this out the box. We have the cables to connect them. It looks like it gives you multiple options. So one fully USB-C and one USB-C to regular USB. And then here's the card reader. It's actually a lot smaller than I thought it would be. So that's nice because I can put it anywhere on my desk. Yeah, I thought it was definitely going to be bigger. This is great. So let's just set that to the side. And then here we have the card. Here we have the card. This is a 128 gigabyte Tough card, 300 megabits per second, read, and 299 write. So I'm gonna actually take this out because I'm going to try to get some quick footage on the A7S3. Move this out of the way. Let me grab this lens. You guys didn't see what I was doing with this because I briefly paused the video. Let me go ahead and put this lens on the Sony A7 III and see if we can get some footage for the first time on this camera. So let's go ahead and slap this lens on here and get our first recording with this camera. Flip this around. Let's just press record and see what we get. Hey, what's going on? A7S3 in the house. What is going on? This is test footage. This is the first time I have recorded on this camera, and what a wonderful thing. So now I have a A7S III as well as the A7C, and we are going to start to film a lot of stuff in the next couple of months with these two cameras. And I mean, it's a blessing to have this. I am extremely happy. I will be comparing the two. You know, the price difference is drastic. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot more stuff to review coming forward. So if you are new to my videos or new to this channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, as well as the notification so that you are reminded every time I release a new video. And yeah, please stay tuned and support the channel because I have some excellent stuff coming up. And I hope you're a part of the channel. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.